everyone, welcome back to Chat with Nat. I'm your host, Natalie Chiafari, and today I have the pleasure to sit down with senior Ian Bowne. Ian is a senior business major and a fitness enthusiast. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Thanks for having me, Natalie.
Of course. So, my first question I have to ask you, after knowing you for all 4 years, how did you get into that whole fitness routine and healthy eating, like especially, putting that into your everyday life?
Okay, well, it started off with me, from the basics. I started off playing ice hockey when I was 3 and lacrosse when I was in the 4th grade. So I always had an athletic background to start, and then I played 4 years of varsity hockey in lacrosse. When I got to college, I realized I really didn't want to rely on the help from my teammates to get the wins or get as far as we can. I wanted to be more independent on myself. So that's when I got into fitness, where it was all on me. There was nothing, I couldn't blame anyone else for the loss of a game. It was either me or nobody else's fault.
So when you came to college, what was that kind of transition from going from playing a sport like every single day to kind of just flipping a switch in a sense?
Well, it changed a lot. With the mentality is that you're training for a sport, you're training to win the game, you're training to become a better athlete. With this, I'm training to become a better version of myself. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to find my weak points and work on those. But the transition was interesting because as an athlete, well, at least for me, so to speak, 'cause I played sports year round. I didn't have an off season. I can literally eat anything I wanted to. I can eat McDonald's, supersize me, and wake up the next morning 4 pounds lighter. So I was on the seafood diet. You see it and eat it. There was no problem. So
Nice.
I transitioned that into freshman year. I gained a lot of weight. It wasn't really a healthy weight. It didn't look good. So I ended up going about 196, an unhealthy weight for a 5'9", 5'10" body frame. So then I pulled it down in a matter of 4 months to 150. Where I started off with my new base to start off and build back up again to get to a spot that I wanted to be at.
So then what kind of gave you the motivation or that kind of mentality to kind of realize what I'm doing isn't healthy and I need to kind of work my way back up?
Well, first off, I saw a lot of photos of myself when I was overweight, an unhealthy overweight, and then I saw photos of myself when I was really thin. And I was like, okay, well, there's got to be a better in-between spot for me because honestly, I went from one end of the spectrum to the next end, so it didn't look good. And then when you go grocery shopping or something like that, you're just like, wow, I see the guy in the magazine. You're like, I really want to look like that. I don't want to do some of the things that they have to do to get to look like that, but I'm like, I want to be as close as I possibly can naturally to look like that.
Right. So then what kind of preparation does that have? You obviously have to fit everything, if it's such a big part of your life, into your every single day routine.
Yeah, well, I usually, personally, I take the time out about almost an hour and a half to 2 hours a day of working out.
Wow.
So I'll wake up, depending on what kind of day I have for school, I'll wake up and either go running in the morning, I'll go run for 2 miles and that's it, and then I'll wait till later at night, about 6, 7 o'clock to go lift for an hour and a half. So, but sometimes I can fit everything in one shot. Preferably I like to do everything in one shot just because it gets it out of the way and done with. But it's just a matter of time management.
Right. So do you ever feel like you're going to break the cycle, or is it something that's just so engraved in your head that it's not going to happen?
It's funny. It's a big suggestion that you take off days when you do this. So I train 6 days a week and you're supposed to have an off day. Well, I sit at home on my off days or I go do something and I'm just I'm itching. I just want to go. That's what I want to do. It's funny. Easter Easter Day, everybody was having fun with their families. My mom's sleeping until 9, so I'm like, all right, you're gonna sleep until 9. All right, gym opens at 7 o'clock. I'll see you at 9.
Oh my gosh.
So, but it's it becomes just a habit. You just go through you don't have to think about it. It's just okay, well, what are we doing tomorrow? All right, well, this is what I'm gonna have to work out at. We're gonna be doing something later in the afternoon. Morning lift. I'm doing something in the morning. Okay, afternoon lift. It's just a read and react of what my day is going to be like.
So someone who's in college, how do you not have the temptations of beer and McDonald's and everything else that obviously is always at our fingertips all the time?
Well, you have to find a balance. That's the biggest thing. I still enjoy going out with my friends, having quite a few drinks, and then going out for burgers or pizza or anything. It's just a matter of balance. I can eat. I find if I can eat about 85% of the week healthy, and the other 15% whatever I want, I'll be mentally sane. So if I can eat healthy Monday through Friday, then Friday night go out, have a few drinks with your friends, then maybe Saturday wake up in the morning, go to Best Edibles because that's the big cure, and then Saturday and Sunday kind of transition back into that healthy lifestyle again. It fits for me. It works.
I mean, I'm very envious of your like your motivation, because I know for me, like, you know, that habit can easily break in like a matter of like 3 days. Like it's so bad. So I guess even just for everyone out there, even for someone maybe like me, or just I guess anybody who's looking to kind of find that same motivation, maybe not to heavy lift, but to kind of get into that routine of staying on a healthy lifestyle track, what kind of advice do you have for people?
There's no exact plan. Everyone
Okay.
wants to know, go on Google and type in, what's the exact plan to get to my dream body? It's
Right.
like, well, guess what? Not everyone's the same. Like, and then figure out everyone's not going to like the same things. So you might not be able to like, you might not like lifting too heavy a weight. Someone might also like that. You also have to realize what best suits your lifestyle. So if you're working all the time, you might want to eat. Might want to wake up, go early to the gym. You might want to go later. You might want to eat at different times just to figure out what fits your lifestyle. Nothing's going to fit everyone. So you just have to figure out what works for you.
Well, Ian, I just want to thank you so much for sharing all your motivation and all your tips for everyone, even just who's looking to get into fitness. I mean, even just from that talk, I feel like I'm motivated now to kind of just go to the gym and maybe run a couple extra miles, you know, today. But thank you so much for coming. We really appreciated having you.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
Of course. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Chat with Nat.